hate to turn up out of the blue uninvited, but I couldn't stay away, I couldn't find it. I had hoped you'd see my face and that you'd be reminded that for me it isn't over. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you too. Don't forget me, oh I beg. I remember what you said. Sometimes
that's the best section of the song to do?
no.
So what would you, if you knew you only had 30 seconds, which section of the song would you pick?
Probably the ending chorus that gets Big Mama Jama.
Okay, so give us an example.
Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the
To your arrangement. So you might want to think about, if you were doing the regular minute-and-a-half version of the piano, start off with a regular verse, and then maybe go right to that particular chorus, just to show the upper part of the register.
Gotcha.
Editing, like I said, it's like, you know, you definitely want to try to, keep the head focused forward. Use, all the stuff you work on in the private lessons about, breathing and projection, those still need to work in a live situation, not just in your lesson. You've got a really good voice. I love listening to it. I like the fact you're versatile enough to do both songs from two different eras. One other thing that they have to go through in song choices is that if you pick a song that's ridiculously popular, like having been overplayed to death, you have to decide, is that a positive or a negative? Because if people, wow, I love that song, then that can help your audition. But at the same time, after a while, if it's like, I'm so tired of that song, that could potentially have a negative effect on the judges. I mean, because we're supposed to be neutral all the time and not let our personal feelings affect what our thoughts are. But at the same time, I remember back in the 80s, there was a male vocalist who, every time he came into auditioned with Moon Dance. So after about 7 semesters, he came in and said, I'm going to do Moon Dance. And we all stood up and went, no, you're not. But he's not wrong, though, because a lot of singers will have 2 or 3 songs in their repertoire that they will always go for and always use it in an audition because they know that they can knock them out of the park every single time. Because if they audition for a lot of different judges, those judges haven't heard them do that before. So it's not wrong to have 2 or 3 things that you always can go for. But at the same time, if it's something that's been played to death on the radio or YouTube hits, then you can run the risk of, a little bit of judge being overloaded on it. It's like, anyway.
So if I could just interject one second, Ken. So students ask me this all the time. Adele's so popular, and I love her. So, they'll say, I really want to do this Adele song. And I'll say, okay, if you really want to do this song, then you have to make it your song. We don't want to hear another rendition of Adele. We don't want to hear an imitation of Adele. We want to hear what you are going to bring to this song.
It shows good range, which is good. It starts low and it goes high, which is a good thing. Repetitiveness of the chorus, I think, can be a detriment in some instances.
Okay.
I heard a few intonation issues as well here and there. Especially when you were up high, you locked in, and then when you're going up high and then kind of going back down again. I just heard some inconsistency here and there. I don't know if it was a breathing situation or what. Karen, what do you have?
Well, Ashley, you have a beautiful voice.
Thank you.
And you look great, and you have great stage presence, and all that stuff is wonderful, and I appreciate that. So I agree with Ken about the song choice. It gets a little repetitive, but I have to be really honest. I had a hard time understanding all your words.
Okay.
So, for me as a judge and as a human being, when I listen to music and I listen to singers, I'm listening for the story. I'm listening for whatever it is the song is about. So I had a hard time with that. So articulation is very important. Yeah. And it's not really the consonants, but it's just some of the phrasing and bringing some of those words to life. You want this kind of effect through your song, and then you're building up to that chorus. So don't be afraid to get a little bit intimate with the lyric, especially on the verse.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
That would be your key. Sometimes I guess right, sometimes I guess wrong. I like the fact that you rhythmically established what you wanted to do, which is an important thing. It's like I didn't even have to do a count-off for you. You just started singing, and automatically go right into Aretha's tempo, which is a very good thing. Karen, what did you see?
Well, first of all, you better sing, right? Yeah. I thought you were so engaging. I loved listening to you sing. And, you know, I wanted to bring this up earlier, and I totally forgot to mention it. But this is your stage, and don't be afraid to move a little bit. I felt like you kind of were just very statuesque, and then toward the end I saw, whoa, she's really letting it go. I loved it. I just thought you were beautiful, really. I enjoyed your singing so much.
Thank you.
And I think it's a great audition piece, too, for her.
Yeah, no, that's picking something that you can belt out of the park every single time, regardless of how nervous you feel. That's an important thing to have.
One little comment I do want to make, and this is a common thing, when you have a song that's got a lot of background vocals, you know, woman, when you went into that, you want to try to incorporate that background line and make it into a lead line. Does that make sense?
Right, yes, it does.
Yeah, either that or omit it. And try to like hold out the phrase a little longer so that it's not like something out of left field.
Okay.
And you know, we're kind of expecting that because we know the song. So that's something that you want to, you know, be mindful of when you're choosing a song like that.
Well, thank you for being brave.
How do I say goodbye to what we had? The good times that made us laugh outweigh the bad. I know you wanna leave me, but I refuse to let you go. If I gotta beg and plead for your sympathy, I don't mind, 'cause you mean that much to me. Ain't too proud to beg, a sweet darling, please don't leave me, girl, don't you go. Ain't too proud to plead, baby, baby, please don't leave me, girl, don't you go.